us to record this meeting, so you are informed, and we will also upload the registration in our website, so everyone will be able to access it. You may want also to share it with other colleagues. So we have now 16 participants. We are still waiting a couple of minutes. So we will start in 3 minutes. Thank you.
Good morning.
Bonjour, Anis.
Bonjour, 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 good morning.
I cannot hear you. Okay, now, yes, no, it's fine. It was on my side. Okay.
Unfortunately, today we have a little problem with internet, with connection. And we use a private connection, not at the center. Yeah.
Okay, but we can hear you well and we can see you very well, both you and Murad. So now we can see Azizadi.
Hello. Hello for everybody. Presented Mr. Fahta from the Vocational Training Ministry of Algeria.
Oh, welcome. Welcome. Algeria, very good. You are most welcome to join us.
Thank you very much.
We will start in 2 minutes. We are just waiting for a couple of colleagues to join, and we will start with our opening.
Hello, everybody. I am Samad Zuhri from Morocco.
Oh, good morning. Welcome. Madame Zuhri, we cannot see you. You know that. In case you want to switch on your video, then we can see you.
Additional camera.
Good morning, Mrs. Sandra Mangas. Where are you reaching us from?
Good morning. I'm from Spain. I used to be a teacher, and since last September, I'm working for the VET Education Department in Castilian as a technical advisor.
Very good. Very good. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Elmir, where are you reaching us from?
I'm greeting everybody. I'm Elmir Mehdi from Azerbaijan.
Good.
Economic Zones Development Agency, Vocational Education Center Deputy Director.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Very good. So we are about to start. Just we are waiting a couple of minutes still, and then good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
How are you?
All right. Thank you.
We are here in Torino at ETF, and it's quite cold in these days.
Indeed. Yeah.
Indeed. So you are all welcome to switch on your video and to share with us where you are calling from. Good morning, Miran. Where are you joining us from?
From Slovenia, from Nova Gorica, near the border with Italy.
Oh, welcome, Miran. Welcome. Slovenia. Mrs. Knarik, where are you joining us from?
We are from Armenia, Yerevan.
Ah, good. Welcome. Barevdes.
Barevdes.
Barevdes. Mr. Köksal, where are you joining us from?
Hello, everybody. I'm joining from Turkey, Bursa, Turkey.
Oh, good. Welcome, Turkey. I see
Thank
also
you very much.
Mr. Agris from Latvia. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Ok, good. Cosa dite? Sì, tanto non saranno mai gli 88 che si sono registrati. Cosa dici tu? Anche per rispetto, tanto gli speaker ce li abbiamo tutti. Che ore sono adesso? Prima lasciami dare il benvenuto senza slide, ok? Che dico due parole, poi quando ti do l'ok cominciamo con le slide. Okay, good. So we reached 25. I think we can start with this number and welcome everybody to this sharing session. This is an event that is going to have a very specific focus, and I will come to this in a minute. Before that, I would like to position this event within the partnership on entrepreneurial centers of vocational excellence. You can find in the chat the link to this partnership. It's quite some time that we are working together with the VET centers in Morocco, Tunisia, Georgia, Moldova, and Azerbaijan, and with the support of the Cadet Institute in Cyprus to develop ways to support vocational centers to be more entrepreneurial. So as part of this partnership, we have experimented some approaches. One of them has been to develop the concept of what is an entrepreneurial center of vocational excellence, and this you find in the webpage. But also we wanted to experiment in the practice what is or what should be doing a center of vocational excellence to be more entrepreneurial. And this is the objective of today. My name is Maria Vittoria Garlappi. I have the honor of coordinating this partnership that is very active. It's very dynamic. And I think we experimented something new and something good. And that's why we are so glad to share it with you. And we would like also to have your feedback. So this event is going to be very interactive. It's going to concentrate on something very concrete that we have experimented, which is coaching. Coaching is different from training, as we know. Coaching aims at providing very concrete, very tailor-made support to people or to institutions. And this is what we would like to share with you today, how we did this coaching and what it produced, but also to receive feedback from the participants in the COVES and also from the wider public that you are today with us, how we can improve this approach as ETF. Before giving the floor to the protagonist of today, those who have put coaching into practice, let me go through quickly what has been ETF approach to coaching and to support the centers of vocational excellence to become more entrepreneurial. I would like to ask my colleague Enea, thank you very much, to have a look at a couple of slides. Next, please. Okay, so we are sharing about the coaching. Coaching, we think, is an innovative methodology to assist schools, not only individuals. How we organized our coaching. First of all, we prepared the ground. By what? By selecting thematic areas on which coaching could have been deployed. These thematic areas have been chosen by the centers, by the 5 training centers that are in the partnership. Each training center made a self-assessment. This self-assessment tool is available to everyone. It's free of charge. And if you are interested, please contact me. You will find my email address in the chat and we can share with you this self-assessment. So we started with the self-assessment. The 5 centers have self-assessed themselves and they identified these 4 areas that for them mean areas where they can become more entrepreneurial, where they want to put more efforts to become more entrepreneurial. We can see together the 4 areas. The first one is about getting more international, meaning improve cooperation with international and European partners. The second dimension, to be more entrepreneurial, that has been chosen by our colleagues in the 5 training centers, is digitalization. We know this is very important. We know that it's increasingly changing all our ways of working and living. So this was selected as one area. The third area has to do more with ethics and being socially responsible. For this reason, sustainable development goals have been taken and women entrepreneurship has been selected as areas where the centers want to be more entrepreneurial. The last but not least, the 4th thematic area that has been selected is how a center can better help business incubators and business startups. So this was the first step, identifying the areas. Then, as part of the preparatory phase, each of the training center identified the people who were to work on these coaching sessions, the time when they were available, and also the resources that they could put forward. Coaching is a demanding exercise, okay? Meaning coaching implies the active involvement of people. It implies producing products and results. It implies that you have to be very interactive, very engaged. It's something different than learning about other practices. It's really to mobilize yourself, mobilize your resources to produce something new. Next slide, please, Enea. Okay, so then after the identification of the phases, we had the step 2, which was about the implementation of coaching sessions. We had 3 individual sessions for each of the Center of Vocational Excellence. These coaching sessions took place between July and December last year. And for each of the sessions, we had a different focus. Each of the session was organized with experts from that specific thematic area. So it was not about the training, it was really about professionals from the real world that were providing advice and support to the 5 centers in very practical terms, learning from the real world, from the labor market. So the first session was a brief presentation of each center about which products or services they wanted to create. Each center selected 2 products or 2 services that they wanted to develop, each one in a different area from the 4 ones we have just seen: internationalization, business startup, SDGs, and digitalization. So each center selected 2 areas. For each area, each center selected a new product. And this was the session number 1. The session number 2, which took place a few months later, was about proposing to the coaches, to the experts from the real world, the proposed products and services. They will be presented in a minute by our panelists. So they said in concrete terms which new training course they wanted to offer, which new training product they wanted to create, which new strategy they wanted to make, and why. It's always very important when you want to do something new, why you want to do it. Because in the why is the reason of your success, of your failure. Okay, if you look for something unrealistic or something that is not demanded by the ecosystem, that's very difficult. Then your new product or new service will serve the needs in real life. And then we had the third session that took place between October and December, where each center presented to the coaches, to the experts, the final products, the action plan to produce the final products or service. At the end of this process, and this is ongoing, we have a deliverable for each training center is receiving an individual, confidential, coaching report with all the inputs provided by the different coaches and all the recommendations for future action. So we understand this individual coaching report as a tool for each school to go beyond the life of this project and to create something new, some new product, some new service, and also to go and look for funds to make this happen. So we have a practical tool in the hands of each training center for their future use. So this is the methodology. And now we move to our protagonist of today, which are the schools and our friends from Tunisia, from Moldova, and from Azerbaijan. And they will share with us what new services and products they have identified and they would like to produce to become more entrepreneurial. And secondly, why they selected these products specifically. This will be the first question to our panelists, and then we will also see how far coaching as a new method that was offered by ETF was useful. All this will be kindly facilitated by my dear colleague Marinos from CARDET, who is supporting ETF very efficiently in the managing of this project. So I will stop here and I will leave the floor to Marinos to introduce our dear protagonists and speakers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maria Victoria. Greetings from Cyprus. Let me welcome you all the participants in the today's event. My name is Marinos Papaioakim. I'm a project manager and researcher in CARDET, a research center in Cyprus. And as Maria Victoria said, we are running this project, of course, with strong collaboration and guidance from our colleagues in ETF. For today, I will be the facilitator of the two panels. And we will begin the first panel, which is related with the SDGs and women entrepreneurship. I'm very happy for this, online sharing session, since it gives the chance to the COVES, the protagonists of this project, in order to present their progress on their journey to become more entrepreneurial. Given that I was involved in all of the process and activities at the beginning of the project, I will take the opportunity to congratulate in advance all the participants COVES for their efforts, for their commitment, and of course, for their progress in regards to this project. And I strongly believe that it can be described as very successful case studies. And of course, after the end of this project, they will continue their entrepreneurial journey. Before we proceed with the first panel, let me welcome our speakers. Mr. Anis Chidi, Development Manager and Vocational Training Advisor in the CFA Bizerte from Tunisia. Good morning, Anis. Ms. Cesara Fedescu, Deputy Director for Practical Training at the Center of Excellence in Economics and Finances in Moldova. Good morning also, Cesara. And Mr. Azizaga Atachigiev, Director of Goicha Vocational Training Center in Azerbaijan. Good morning to you also, Azizaga. In this panel, we will have 2 rounds of questions where our speakers will share with us their experience and progress during the coaching sessions, as very well described by my colleague Maria Vittoria. So now I will start with my 3 colleagues, Cesara, Azizaga, and Anis, in order to begin this very interesting discussion. At the beginning of the procedure, you call to select very particular thematic areas of interest, the 4 areas as were described above, and then you have selected specific product and services. So my first question, which is to all of the 3 speakers, is what new services or what new products have you identified and would you like to purchase? And of course, as a complementary question to this, as Maria Vittoria said, it's very important to know the why. So why did you select them specifically? What are the reasons behind your choice? So let me begin the discussion from Cesara Fedescu from the Center of Excellence in Economic and Finance in Moldova. So Cesara, the floor is yours for your comment in this first question.
Thank you, Marinos. I want to say that analyzing all our opportunities and risks, we decided to develop an entrepreneurial skills training course for children from social vulnerable families. We selected this training because it corresponds to the educational offer of the institution, which is mainly oriented towards economic and financial specialties. At the same time, it fits perfectly into the strategic vision according to which the institution will become an educational ecosystem where beneficiaries, employers, and partners mobilize and sharing their resources and experience to create value for all. Also, in this context, we would like to mention that the institution has various partnerships with numerous placement homes for children from vulnerable families. Thus, the experience we have in carrying out activities of this type serve as another argument for opting for this training. And the main reason that made us choose the idea of supporting disadvantaged people was, of course, the promotion of the SDGs, in particular Goal 4, which is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all, which is also required by the national strategic documents. And we are sure that if we have any chance to bring color into the lives of the children, we just must do it without hesitation.
Thank you very much, Cesara, for your initial comments and remarks on this. And also, I think that you have mentioned 2 or 3 very important points, that SDGs as part of your strategic orientation, and of course, this product fits perfectly with your educational approach. Just a follow-up, very quick question is, what was the status of the SDGs before you start doing this within this partnership? Are you were familiar with, I mean, not in terms of the theory, but did you practically implement any aspect of the SDGs on your institution?
Yes, we practical green economy and such courses in this direction. But now we are going to go on with Goal 4. by these courses.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Cesara, and also in order to help the discussion and see the connection between the product, which is entrepreneurial skills training course for children from socially vulnerable families, and how that is linked with the SDGs. I mean, it's by all means, if you're familiar with the SDGs, it's not, of course, only about environment. We have several SDGs, and we can connect them not only with environment, but of course with other social issues, which is, for example, inequality, either gender equality, either the children poverty, etc. So thank you very much.
Tips from the trainer, like you remember. And we started to work with the Ukrainian refugees now by the accounting courses of accountant.
Very good. Thank you very much, Cesara, for your input on this question. Now, let's move to our colleagues from CFA Bizerte. So, Anis, what was your experience in regards to this product and services? First of all, please inform us, which areas did you select? And of course, please give us the reason behind your choice. The floor is yours, Anis.
Thank you, Marinos, and hello, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be with you today in this sharing session. In fact, and after identifying our areas of improvement, we have initiated the integration of a new product in the field of SDG and women entrepreneurship. And this activity has the objective to enhance awareness of SDGs and allows trainers to integrate sustainable development principles, concepts, and practices into all aspects of teaching and learning and in an innovative way. And this product or sustainable development goal is not been before in our center and in our strategy, but when we start with the reflection tools, and we can see and observe the importance of SDG in the activities in the center. The first reason is to broaden the learner's horizon and engage in implementing practical goals by looking at the challenges that their societies face differently and finding the real life solution to them that they are able to engage in. That means have a positive impact on the training environment in the center and the development of teachers and their teaching methods.
Anis, can you hear us? I think there is a connection issue, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. In order to continue, I think we can continue our discussion with the CFA Bizerte team later on when the internet connection will restore. Let's move now to Azizaga from Azerbaijan. So, Azizaga, let's find your experience from the coaching sessions, and the question is the same to you. Which area did you select it, and particularly which product? And of course, tell us why, how that fits to your strategy, how that fits to your orientation. Please, the floor is yours, Azizaga.
Thank you so much, Marinos. I really glad to be part of this COVES network. Let me first of all, I want to take opportunity to thank our colleagues and ETL colleagues and CADET representative for this successful implementation of this project. And as you know, we are selected to coaching sessions topics. Firstly, we are focusing on mainly sustainable development and women entrepreneurship goals. And secondly, we choose the internationalization collaboration with international and European stakeholders. Why we choosing? Because it's helped us figure out what we wanted and how we develop this product and improve our capacities in these topics, thematic topics. And in addition that this also support us to mobilize our staff and help us to set up SMART goals and for further our activities. And we also have selected the pilot area, as mentioned, because this is more interesting for our center. And firstly, within this first topic, we are organized the training, and we also will be planning to improve it in future time. The name of this first training is agro-tourism promotion project for women and youth unemployment. Why we choose this? Because young people and women entrepreneurs play an essential role in supporting inclusive economic growth in our region. Especially women entrepreneurs have vital innovative business ideas, but need support to become more equipped with digital and business skills to manage, sustain, and for this reason, we are for selected women group to arrange this planning training. And also we are trying to attract more skillful and experienced trainers to our topics, because in our center sometimes it's not the word experienced trainers. For that reason, we would like to also share other best practice and show them. And we are planning to arrange the training circle from April to May 2023. And all the creative we are planning to focus main topics: management skills, business management skills, and financial literacy skills. Yes.
Thank you very much, Azizaga. It seems very clear. Yes, I know that you're Baganese. We will come back.
Yeah.
No problem at all. We will back to your presentation.
Okay.
Just give me 1 minute to wrap up with Azizaga's presentation. From our colleagues in Azerbaijan, from the vocational training center there, it seems clear that you selected the SDG, and more particularly, you started to develop a training program for increasing the skills of staff about the SDGs and women entrepreneurship, and more particular, you paid focus on the agro-tourism promotion of project of women and youth employment. I mean, the link with the SDGs is very obvious in this case. So, I mean, it's very satisfying that all the centers, including us, we have started to implement in a very structured and well-organized way different aspects of SDGs in our activities, in our procedures, etc. Thank you very much, Azizaga. And let's go now back to Anis from CFA Bizerte in order to conclude with his presentation. Please, Anis, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Marinos. So the second reason is to develop a new pedagogical approach based on teaching through practice in connection with the professional reality and preparing teachers and learners for the world's changes today and the future. Also to train a new learner profile and creating a proactive generation of learners who can communicate and understand their world. And it's a challenge in a deeper way, who have good communication skills when looking at a particular topic from different dimensions, and who are comfortable with digital tools and mechanism. Also to promote the emergence of a model that can be transferred to other centers here in Tunisia or in North Africa or in Europe, and to be part in the realization of the UNESCO of SDGs in Tunisia. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Anis, for your presentation. 2 comments on that. It's very satisfying that not only you included the SDGs aspect on your center, but you like to export this training also in other countries, which is really this is really optimistic. And of course, that is linked with the internationalization aspect that we will discuss in the next online sharing session. So well done for your work. I have another comment very briefly, since you mentioned a very important term, reflection tool, and that was mentioned also by Maria Victoria previously. The SDGs, the SDG aspect came from a reflection exercise, from a reflection activity that all the COVES have done in the previous month, and more particularly at the beginning of the project. So please, if you want to let's say identify your needs, identify any gaps or any potential that you want to have on your strategy. As Maria Victoria said, we have the reflection tool, which is available to you, and if you want to have it, please, you can contact that directly with the ATF for this. We strongly recommend. This is a very good activity for all of us to identify our gaps, needs, and of course potentials.
If you can add anything, the reflection tools give us a good visibility of our activity. And
I think we have again an internet issue from our colleagues in CFA Bizerte. No problem at all. Let's continue the discussion. At this point, since we have some time limitation, thank you very much all for your answers. It seems that the selection that you have made is based on your organization needs and of course aspirations in regards to the SDGs. Now let's move to the next question, where we want to share with us your overall experience during the coaching sessions. Let me add at this point that all the COVES prepare action plans for their products or services, and they had feedback from an experienced trainer, an expert on SDGs, and that was something that is offered in our projects, and we are really proud that we offer this service to the COVE. So the next question for all of the speakers, for all of our colleagues from Moldova, Azerbaijan, and Tunisia is: how coaching sessions has supported you towards to achieving your goal, to achieve the product and service that you identified previously, and what you have gained through this experience of coaching sessions. I was planning to begin with CFA Bizerte. If it's not here, we can move to the next speaker, which is Azizaga from the Goicha Vocational Training Center in Azerbaijan. So please, Zaga, share with us your experience during the coaching session. What you have gained from all of this experience?
Okay, thank you so much, Marinos. First of all, with this session, we have learned new ideas and experiences. And also this session helped us to improve our center's capacities. After this whole session, I gathered all of my colleagues and discussed what we have learned during the session, and especially in terms of the related topics. Also, the coaching session helped us figure out what we wanted to do next about the selected topic, and also improve our capacities in selected thematic areas. In addition, this coaching session supports us to mobilize our staff and help us to set up our SMART goals for further activities. We have selected, as you know, given 2 topics for this given areas, and all of these areas after this coaching session, we to research mainly internet and find best way how we to improve and how to put on realistic in these ideas. And for this coaching session, I also again thanks to CARDET representatives and colleagues and all of the TF colleagues for this kind support. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Azizaga. I will underline the aspect that you have mentioned, mobilize of our staff. It's very important. I mean, we can implement a lot of projects. We have a lot of ideas, but we need to have, the people in order to implement this. And, in order to mobilize our staff, in some cases challenging, but as you said, during this procedure, like the coaching session, it's something that is inspired the people in order to move to the next step. I think this is the most important for me. Now, Cesara, what about your experience during the coaching sessions? What you have gained? What you want to share with us? And of course, with the rest of the participants.
Thank you, Marinos. The coaching sessions were useful for us for several reasons. At the initial stage, together with the CARDET team, we were able to assess our real potential, to establish our opportunities and our risks. Meetings with various experts helped us to determine in which direction we want to develop our product, and to realize that the idea of modest incomes is not so meaningless, as this idea are often supported by various non-governmental organizations through grants and other support. Also, during this project, we learned to plan our activity properly, setting SMART targets, delegating tasks to team members, and setting concrete deadlines for the execution of tasks. Prompt feedback from experts and trainers allowed us to continuously improve our product by applying new and innovative promotion methods. But the most important things we learned was that we learned to be flexible, to look at things from a broader perspective, looking in detail at the needs of the potential beneficiaries of our services. So at the current stage, in addition to these trainings that we provide, we are trying to expand our curriculum through new training programs. Finally, I would like to mention that the activities of the project were different from other activities, as they were directly focused on us and our needs. And the exchange of best practices with colleagues from other countries involved in this project made us step out of our comfort zone and think differently. We met a lot of nice people from whom we learned a lot of useful things. That's why we are very, very thank you for all the opportunities you give to us with this project.
Thank you very much, Cesara, both for your presentation and for your good words to the project. opportunities and risk, setting of targets, feedback, methods of promotion, plan. And of course, I think the most important point that you have mentioned is to look the things more broadly. It's very important, to have a different perspective, maybe people from different regions, from different countries where they see the people differently. So let's expose ourselves to feedback and be positive and not afraid to have feedback. And also the fact that we had very tailored coaching sessions, individual, but also group, we think that help the whole procedure. Thank you very much, Cesara. And my colleagues from Tunisia are back. So Anis, again, the floor is yours in order to share your experience about the coaching sessions. What you have gained, Anis, from all of the procedures, if you have gained anything.
Yeah, thank you, Marinos, and I'm sorry for the disturb for internet. Now I am with Murad. Based on our experience, the coaching session have added value in terms of capacity building and integrating improvement actions in the areas prioritized through the reflection tools. That means the coaching session helped us to identify our individual development needs, and it was an opportunity to express our procedures and our challenges. It was a tailor-made support seeking to improve our performance based on our reality and on the possible ways of improvement and on a smart action plan. In the preparation and the discussion phase of the action plans with the coaches and experts, we have felt more confident and work as a team. And that was the element that boosted more our motivation and allowed us to get inspired and thinking smart. That's reality. The coaching session have been like accelerators to implement our actions and achieve our goal, and this through expert and coaches offering us their recommendations and feedback for the further improvement. In our individual plan, I am very satisfied for this coaching session that allowed me to develop some other managerial practices and organization practices, and help me to mobilize some resources, material resources, human resources, and adaptation of the environment for working in the different level. And thank you again for this coaching session with ENM that helped us and support us. This important for this project.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Anis, for sharing your experience. Thank you, all the speakers in this first panel for your comments and insights. As a general comment, I would say that the coaching sessions help the COVES to implement their projects. The fact that in some cases we had some group coaching session, I think that helped the participants to interact with the other COVES with similar aims in the same area. And of course, it's very interesting to see how the COVES in such a short period of time made such a progress. I think that your successful efforts towards your product and services, they are also reflected to the successful implementation of the ETF and its project. And with this concluding remark, let me, since we ran out of time, at least for the first part, let me pass the floor back to Maria Vittoria for the open discussion section. Thank you all.
Thank you, Marinos. Thank you all the colleagues who kindly shared with us their experience. I retain quite a few good messages, but I also would like now to leave the floor to other participants in case they would like to ask questions or to share their experience if they have experienced something similar. This is now the time. I will start, however, with a question that is in the chat, and that is from Rossella Brindani, I guess from Reggio Emilia.
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm also from Reggio Emilia, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. The world is really very, very small, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
So concerning the reflection tool.
Yeah.
The reflection tool is built around 4 dimensions that we have identified at the beginning of our project that are the, let's say, the 4 pillars around which we believe an entrepreneurial center of vocational excellence should develop. So we started at the very beginning of the project with the conceptualization phase. What is an entrepreneurial center of vocational excellence? And there we drafted a model, and this model will be uploaded in our website in the link that you find at the beginning of the chat. You will find in the next few days the model. And around the 4 dimension of the model, we have developed the self-assessment tool, meaning vis-a-vis what are the dimensions that define an entrepreneurial center of training, how far me as a center am I doing, no? And so this tool is reflecting the model. And this tool is will also be uploaded on the website after this event today. You can use it freely, and it's meant to support a teamwork, like Anis and other colleagues were saying. Becoming more entrepreneurial for a school means implying everybody working in the school to be entrepreneurial, not just the trainers, not just the director, really everybody. It should be a mindset, the DNA. So the self-reflection tool is there to support this, okay? To reflect. And we use that in the project. Then the schools that are in the partnership, they use the self-reflection tool to identify gaps or opportunities, areas where they wanted to develop further. And that's what they did also with the support of the coaching. I hope I replied.
Thank you very much. Really, now I understand, and I will check it. Thank you very much, Maria Vittoria.
Thank you. I don't know if anyone of the speakers, Anis or Cesara or Azizaga, would like also to say something on the self-assessment tool, the reflection tool. You already said something, but I don't know if you want to add anything there on the tool. If not, and if there are, I see there are new messages. We will upload, yes, sure. The model, yeah, you find the introduction to our model in the chat, where you find the 4 dimensions around which a center can develop to become more entrepreneurial. just for you to know that at the end of our project in summer, we will go back to this model and we will refine it and then share again on our website. So I think with this, we can...
Maria, can I add for the reflection tools?
Please.
Yeah, the reflection tools is based on the conceptual framework. And this conceptual framework gives us a clear vision and clarify our mission in the vocational training based on the 4 areas. That's is very important to know this. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Meanwhile, in the chat, you find now the 4 dimension of the reflection tool that is about organizational practices, teaching and learning processes, of course, but products and services, and also relations with the ecosystem. You also see here the links where you will find it. It's in the chat, and yeah. And in any case, in the website, in both the links in the website and in the open space, you will find emails through which you can join us at any moment if you want to know more and more details. Okay, very good, very good. So with this one, we close the part 1 of our meeting that was dedicated to sustainable development goals and women entrepreneurship. And we move to part 2, that is about digitalization. So I leave the floor to Marinos. Thank you.
Thank you very much again, Maria Victoria. With no further delays, this session, this part 2 session, it's focused on digitalization, which was another very important pillar, another important aspect that was identified by almost all the COVES during the reflection tool procedure. So some of them, they believe that digitalization should be an important aspect of their procedures and reorganization. In this panel, we have with us a representative from the CFA Bizerte, Mr. Murad Mahal, manager at Springboard to Entrepreneurship Space. And we will discuss with Murad his experience about the digitalization process and, of course, the product that were selected to improve in this area. So we will follow the same procedure as in the first session. We have 2 questions, and let me begin with the first question, Murad. So you have selected the digitalization and digital strategy pillar. Which product and service did you select, and why? How this choice, how this selection is linked with the aspirations of your center?
Thank you, Marinos. First of all, hello everyone. Thank you all the present, the ETF teams and the CARDET, who have given us this opportunity to develop our personal capacity and to move forward with our institution to higher level to be more entrepreneurial. The journey allows us to benefit from rich experience and sharing peer learning. So the area that we have, the area is the digitalization and digital strategy, and we opt for product inclusion of digital tools, in and exercised in the current curricula in the center. So why? Because the digitalization of curricula is a key element for building entrepreneurial mindset. The effective use of digital learning tools in classroom can increase learners' engagement, help teachers improve their lesson plans, and facilitate personalized learning. As you know, the world is changing. Education and training must follow the technology evolution, and learning method must be efficient and effective and adapt to the context. So with the notes, of course, that the majority of tomorrow's jobs are related to the information technology, the artificial intelligence, the IT development. So that's why, and other reason, more reason is the digital skills and the mismatch according to Torino process, according to Tunisia. The COVID-19 has accelerated and it became a need. The mismatch between the needs of economic industry and the young graduate skills, the governance with the objective and strategy of our center, because today is no longer a choice but rather an obligation to improve, of course, the attractiveness of training, because our young learners are always connected. In order to respond to the goal 4 of the SDGs, the digitalization of staff is a key element for building entrepreneurial, of course, mindset. Build the capacity trainer for effective digital teaching to empower learners and improve their digital skills, develop network for knowledge transfer, peer learning, and collaboration, of course. And that's why we have choose this element. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Murat, for your input. Yes, in order to wrap up the discussion, and just to give also to the participants how the procedure was structured, when CFA Bizerte identified that digitalization, it's an area that they want to focus on, they have selected, a particular product. The inclusion of digital tools and digital elements on their curricula was a need that was emerged during the discussion in the coaching sessions. So I remember at the beginning, and this is an anecdotal, let's say, story that I want to share with you. During the discussion, our colleagues from CFA Bizerte, they came with a very good idea in regards to the digitalization. And, going through the coaching procedure, we identified that maybe it will be much more convenient for them to select this particular product, since it's based on their needs and on the needs of their center. Okay, thank you very much, Murat. Digitalization, as you said, it's an important element in our days. So good luck, and I saw that you have made a lot of progress on your curricula, and the inspiring aspect is that, as you said, you will continue to include this digitalization and digital elements to all the curricula of your center. Now, yes, Murat, you want to add something?
Yes. For example, it's the first time that I put a background in webinars in this event. and it's inspired from you, from CARDET, from the ETF. I do research. I know it's a small thing, but it can be steps for other things.
Yes, as you said, I mean, no one can go in step 10 if you don't first go through the step 1. So let me share with the rest of the participants that you have done a much more work beyond to just change the background of your Zoom. You have done an incredible work, and well done for this. And also, just to to close the discussion, please also share with us your comments about the coaching session. How did you find the coaching session? What was the benefits that you have gained, either personally, either as a member of your team and as a member of the CFA Bizerte?
Of course. As you know, the coaching session, I participate, me and my colleague Anis, in the 2 area coaching session. So the benefits is, as Mr. Anis has said, is the same benefits for us, because we have do the reflection together and relevate these benefits. But I want to add other things, like the benefit. There is a benefit for me and myself, and the benefit for my institution. So for me, for example, the improve of my performance help identify both horizontal and individual strength, building my resilience and working under pressure, building my knowledge and skills, thinking smartly, increase my motivation, increase my productivity, collaboration, innovation, and of course, as a result, there is job satisfaction. When we do the action plans, when the action plans become real in the center, real activity and real action, we have the job satisfaction, and we celebrate this. For the institution, there is opportunity and accelerator to do something in a small time, because maybe we will do it after 1 year, 2 years, but with the coaching session, we have do it in a small time, smartly, and we have involved other colleagues and staff with us, and we see their motivation really, and they are involved because we have explained the objective and the goals, and the benefit will be for all the stakeholders, from staff and learners, and all this aspect make easier to have an entrepreneurial profile, whether individual or institutional. And thank you.
I think that was the best conclusion for Murad. I mean, the fact that either as a person, either as an institution, one of the aim of this project is, of course, to fulfill all of these activities, all of this process. But at the end of the day, as you said, is to transform the mindset of the people, to change the mindset in order to be more entrepreneurial. And of course, we explain in a lot of cases that entrepreneurship entrepreneurial in our case is not only connected with the financial or the economic aspect of the term, but it's much more broad, which covers a lot of a lot of different pillars an aspect. And I think that was mentioned by my colleague Maria Victoria. At the end of this project, we will produce a comprehensive theoretical framework, but at the same very practical, even it is a theory, in order to provide to the people, to the community, our results of what is an entrepreneurial center and what should have to do. At this point, let me thank you, Murad, the whole CFA Bizerte, for your contribution in this second panel about digitalization. And let me pass the floor back to, yes, Anis, sorry, please.
Yes, I will add something with the talk about Murad. Coaching for
An issue again with the internet.
Yes, Anis, sorry. Anis want to say that the entrepreneurial mindset become contagious because when someone worked, it involved another and another and another.
Yes, and we use a coaching to team building in our center, and we are very happy to participate to develop mindset in our country, not only in our center, because now many center come to us for coaching. Yeah.
I mean, that's great, very good and well done. Before I pass the floor to Maria Victoria for the for questions, let me congratulate again all of the COVES. As I said, I was in all the procedures, in all the activities, and I saw the progress that that has been made from all of the COVES. And of course, we learn in this. We learn also in this journey. And of course, this is not the ending. We have other activities at the end of the project, so we will share it with the rest of the participants. That's all by my side. Thank you very much. And let me pass the floor back to Maria Victoria for the questions and for the closing remarks.
Thank you all for the good sharing. I don't see any request in the chat. I don't know if there is anybody that would like to intervene. I'm aware that we are a few minutes beyond time, but it was really worth listening about the social outreach that an entrepreneurial center should have towards fragile groups, refugees, women, to open up horizon. Don't be afraid to open up even internationally. At the same time, keep it smart, practical, and move together with your teams. So thank you so much for that. As my colleague Loretta put in the chat, please register in open space, and there you will find access to the tools that we mentioned and also to the deliverables of this partnership, Entrepreneurial Center of Vocational Excellence. I would like to thank you all the speakers, the participants, and Cardet, especially Marino, especially for this good sharing. And of course, my dear colleagues that are behind the scene, Enea, Chiara, and Loretta. Without them, this meeting would have not been possible. Before closing, we would like to take a picture. So if you can please switch on your video. We will do it in a few moments. So if you want to smile, that's also appreciated. Yes. Is it going on? I don't know when. Smile. 3, 2, 1, smile. Yes, this is done as well. So our next meeting is on the 29th of March. And there it will be the second sharing session where we will focus on the other 2 areas that were selected by our entrepreneurial COVES, and which are internationalization, how to become more international in order to be more entrepreneurial. And secondly, we will also focus on how a center of vocational excellence can support business startups. So stay tuned, stay with us. See you on the 29th of March. Stay safe. Have a nice day from Torino. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you for good webinar.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Merci.
you. See you again. See you. Thank you.
Spasiba. Thank you. Goodbye. See you on the 29th. And keep looking at our open space. Thank you.